Hello and good morning, good evening, good night, whatever the case may be. My name is Chris, and this is going to be a tutorial on creating a presentation in NearPod. You should be familiar at least with how to get to this point where you select what you're going to do as far as going to your library and uh, actually giving a presentation, or join where you actually join in on a presentation, create where you create a presentation, and where you can see reports of different presentations that have been given. I'm assuming, because I was there for some of these presentations, that you're familiar with how to actually take a presentation and how to see the reports of a presentation. What I'm going to be demonstrating is how to actually create a presentation. All right, so there are a couple ways to do it. We're going to go into my library, and here's all of the various presentations that I've already created. I don't need this one, so I'm going to delete that one. Obviously, you don't need to delete anything. Over here, we can see the things that I'm going to use to build my presentation. Here I have some questions I want to ask during the presentation. Here are 2 videos I'm going to display during the presentation. And this is the PowerPoint presentation that I've put together to demonstrate that you don't really need to go inside of NearPod to create your presentation. You can just do it in PowerPoint, and it's just drag and drop. So it's not really using anything you don't really already know how to use. So you click New Presentation. You see here Add Slide. You can click here and say, okay, I want to add content. Well, what content do you want to add? Well, we have slides, and you can go into NearPod and manually create your presentation a slide at a time. You can add video, you can add audio, you can add a slideshow, field trip, which if it says something's in beta, just don't bother with it for now, unless you want to be a tester, which I don't. So you can add URLs that students will be able to see, Flash websites, Swift files you can access here, but it says they don't work on iOS devices. There's a caveat to that as well. If you use a browser such as Puffin, or what's the other one? Skyfire, I think is the name of it. On iOS devices, you'll still be able to see them. All right. Yeah, go away. Exit. You can barely see the little exit button there because I'm trying to keep the resolution down. You can go to Add Activity, and this is where you would actually add open-ended question, polls, quizzes, fill in the blank thing, which you don't get reports with these from what I've seen and what I've heard. I haven't actually tried to use it. It was in beta last year, so I didn't mess with it. But maybe I'll give it a try this year. But today we're just going to concentrate on open-ended questions and quizzes and some videos and importing an existing presentation. So this link, this file is my PowerPoint presentation as I previously showed. All you do is drag it and drop it. Hit OK. And you can see all of the slides from that presentation start to be loaded in. If you have any inside of your presentation you don't want to add, you can just unselect them. Or you select them and hit delete. Up here, select it and say delete. All right, so this is my completed presentation. I can publish it as is, but I haven't entered any questions or videos yet, so that's what I would like to do now. So I'll say add a slide. What do I want to add? I want to add content. I'm going to add a video. Drag my video over. Uploads. Now you can add a YouTube link as well. But keep in mind, if you're going to give this presentation on your personal computer inside the classrooms, you probably won't have access to YouTube from your personal device. So it's better to just use KeepVid and download it, download the video from YouTube. That way you're guaranteed to have access to it. But that's just a personal way I do things. All right. So I want to play this video first in my presentation. So I'm going to drag it to the top. So the slide, and then my video will play, and then we'll go into the rules. I want to add one more video, the follow the rules video. And yes, this one playing last is fine. And I want to add some questions. My plan is to have 3 rules display and then ask if they're understood. So that's what we're going to do. Add an activity. Quick poll. And I'll open my questions. Whoa, I thought I saved them. I guess not. Well, I remember my questions, so it took it. Actually, there we go. There they are. So copy this. And of course, you can just go in and type it, Do you understand these rules? Yes and no. Or I could add an extra choice if I deem it to be necessary. That's not necessary, but I wanted to demonstrate that. So I'm going to add another question. And I don't know if I want to make it a quiz or not. I think I'll just leave it as a poll. Actually, no, it needs to be an open-ended question, which I use these for kind of fill-in-the-blank questions or short answer questions. But again, that's just something I do. And you can also see that you can add images here as well. So we can go grab an image. And just drag that over. And we'll throw an image over here. Pretty easy. And we'll go ahead and save this question. And my final question. And it too, no, it needs to be a simple poll. And what I like about doing the rules this way is, the students can't say, well, I didn't know that was a rule or whatever. Well, here I have verification that you have seen this rule and that you did not say that you had any problem with it. I know that's not necessary, but I like to do it just so can't have my words used against me later, so to speak. But now, again, I only wanted to have 2 or 3 rules display and then ask a question if they understand them. do is copy that. I'll just paste it. Say after 3 more rules. And I'll do 4 this time. And then I can add it one more time. Right here. And that's it. So I've added 2 polls, an open-ended question, and 2 videos into this presentation. Again, this is just for rule clarification and stuff for classroom and expectations and etiquette, but obviously you can use this for whatever you want. You can use it for even exams, but this was all demonstrated in the previous presentations. Now, finally, once you are finished creating your presentation or your activity, you just click Publish. It says, what do you want to title it? Tech Lab Rules Description. These are the rules and regulations to be followed in the Tech Lab and JFK High School. Sounds good. What grades is this pertinent for? 11th and 12th for me. And we'll say it's for digital citizenship, and it's for other, and it's for science. Nah, we'll just say other because it's really not for any subject. So publish, and then wait for 2 hours. There seems to be some kind of problem using Chrome and even Internet Explorer with NearPod. I don't know why, but that's the way it happens, at least on Windows PCs. But that's only, it'll sit here for a couple minutes, but it's all good. If you have Windows 10, you can open up Edge, the new browser, and NearPod will come up immediately for you. But you can work around this in class. Make sure you have it up and ready whenever the students walk in. It should be no problem. All right, here we can see that it is publishing. Oh, that's probably why it's, well, no, it usually comes up. It'll come up and say publishing, so it is stalled out. But once this is finished, then your presentations will look like this. Ah, it's finished. No, it's not. See, that's what I was talking about. But anyway, it'll come up like this when it's finally finished with the videos uploading and everything being checked or whatnot. You can assign it as homework, or you can have a live session in class. If you click the live session, you'll have your pin to come up where you give this to the students, and you control your presentation inside of this browser. Now, a thing that I do is I use a secondary device to join the presentation as well. So, and on my computer, I'll control the presentation, but on my iPad, I will actually go into the presentation as well. But again, that's just something I do. So once I close this, once people join, you can see how many people are inside your presentation here. The second thing that you click will be students logging in. They'll enter their names. And that's essentially it. You can assign it as homework as well and give this number on Edline or through email or class or, however you want to do it. And they will be able to log into the presentation from home. And that's it. Hope you learned something and this answers any questions you may have had about how to actually create a NearPod presentation. Thank you and have a great day.